Hello and good morning and welcome to October 20th, 2025. It is a Monday, which means we are doing my weekly recap. I don't even know what what this week was. I missed pretty much every goal I set for myself. But I still lost weight, so I don't know. But let's get into my goals. So, my goals for this week were to work out 3 times a week, do cardio 3 times a week, get my 5 minutes of sunshine, be in ketosis all week, and drink a gallon and a half of water a day. So Monday was good. I was completely clean eating all the stuff that goes along with keto / carnivore. And I was feeling really good and whatnot. And then Tuesday happened. So I'm not entirely sure what caused it. I know what food caused it, but I don't know what in that particular food caused the problem. So I had gotten a little jar of Nutella. I wanted to see if my daughter would try some because she's a huge peanut butter girl, and I wanted to see if I could expand like her world just a touch. That was a huge failure, and I had the Nutella over like 2 days period. I ate the jar. So I don't know. It did not react on Monday when I had the first, bit of the Nutella, but Tuesday. I think it might have been because we grabbed food on the way home, so fast food mixed with Nutella. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but about 2 hours after I ate the Nutella, I felt like I was dying. Like it felt like razor blades were coming out of my stomach and like I was like digesting them. I was itchy, I was nauseous, I had total body upset, and I was dying until about 3 o'clock in the morning. So it would have been about 10 hours of awful. Needless to say, I did not. It put me into an unintentional fast for about 46 hours. Because I did not have any food until Wednesday evening. Partly out of fear, partly out of I was just absolutely not okay on Wednesday. Like the symptoms were all gone, but like I was lethargic. I was exhausted. My body hurt. Like it was just, never again. Not doing it again. And as a result, I weighed myself on Thursday, and I knew I was going to see a dramatic drop because I had just fasted for nearly 2 days. I stepped on the scale and I was 274.6, I believe. Which is all just water weight and the fact that my body was completely empty. Yeah, that was a really awful experience. And I was coming off my cycle, so I'm sure all of that weight was cycle related. And then, the fact that I was purging everything. So that really, really stuck a wrench in my plans. And then I come downstairs on Friday? Saturday, maybe? I don't know. It all kind of just is a clusterfuck this week. And there's Halloween candy on my island. And I had completely forgotten that my husband had ordered a metric ton for Halloween. And I was not prepared mentally to see all of said candy on my counter. And for someone who struggles with binge eating behaviors, that was a surreal experience. To just know what my brain was doing while it was doing it was both fascinating and awful. Because, like, my body started just responding. My mouth started watering. My immediate reaction was to sift through all the candy and pull out all the ones that I wanted to eat immediately. And I walked past them, and I made myself some bacon and some eggs. And when my husband came back in the room, I told him, you need to hide all of this. You need to do what you need to do to figure out what rewards my child is going to get. My child. It's our child, but what she's going to get for doing potty training stuff, and then you need to hide it from me because I want to eat everything. And God bless that man. He has. I told him I will ask for 2 pieces a day, and that's what I'm allowed to have. And I'll tell you what, when I want a piece of candy, I will tell him the 2 pieces I want, and he will go grab them from wherever he stashed them. The problem is, the candy for the trick-or-treaters, I can access. And though, like, the Smarties and the Suckers and stuff don't really appeal to me, the Tootsie Rolls, like the trash chocolate, I don't even know what it is, but, so that's been a problem. So I'm going to have to limit that. And then I happened upon a video that Honey Bison had posted regarding the Halloween chocolates, and one of the tips that she read from someone who had posted somewhere, I don't know, my brain is a mess right now, was that you log the pieces you're going to eat in the morning, so then you can kind of work them into your day. So I went to scouring, and I found a tracker that it automatically tracks net carbs, which is not my goal, but I will take it for now. We'll see how it works. At the very least, it's keeping me accountable. So we're gonna try that this next couple of weeks, and we're gonna really see how I do. But yeah, I am still struggling with binge eating. I looked at my calendar because I am in the middle of this 60-day like keto carnivore challenge I'm setting for myself. Halloween will be the end of 60 days, and I looked at my calendar, and I have missed, I think, 9 days this month for eating over my 20 some odd grams of carbs. Which means that I cannot count this month to my challenge coin. So I think I did a short on it, but basically I needed something to motivate myself to get like 6 consecutive months and it couldn't be food, right? Because that is literally the crux of my addiction. And so I kind of settled on like a challenge coin, or like a sobriety token, if you will. I've had a few people who are recovering addicts and alcoholics in my family, so I'm vaguely familiar with the concept, and I've done a small bit of research on it, and it just kind of felt right because I am an addict. I'm addicted to food, and I will sit and I will binge, and I can't control myself. So I decided, and I have it. I went on to Etsy and I found just a 6-month coin. It's nothing fancy, and I would not necessarily walk the 12 steps, but I set some rules for myself. And one of them was less than 5 days of missing my carb goal. And when I say missing, I'm not saying that like my margin of error was like 5 to 10 grams of carbs. I'm saying that I overshot the 50 grams of carbs for keto. So I will be starting over in November to get my 1 month. Because last night I grabbed, I don't know, 6 or 7 Tootsie Rolls out of the candy that I can reach, and I stress ate because my child was having a rough night. And when your child has a rough night, everybody has a rough night. So overall, I would call this week a wash. It's neither a victory nor a loss. I did start this week at 279.6, and as of this morning I am 277.6, so that is a 2-pound loss overall this week. I think it's probably pretty accurate just because I have been weighing myself almost every day, and I've been hovering around the 279 to 278 mark all week. Again, I think I'm going to start weighing myself every day and then just start taking averages. Just, one, to desensitize myself from the scale, and 2, to really get a better idea of what my body's really doing. So again, it's a wash. I'm not upset. I'm not disappointed in myself just because Tuesday and Wednesday really just took me out. I'm also in this pretty intensive, 5-week class for taxes. I'm hoping to ace my interview this week and hopefully have a job preparing taxes for the 2026 tax year. So that's been really my main priority, and it's been really stressful. So the fact that I am still able to be somewhat on track is really awesome for me. But other than that, how is your guys' week going? Did you guys have any wins, any losses, any tips and tricks for Halloween? Because god damn, this is going to be rough. We have 2 weeks left. I'm really kind of bummed out because it's usually my favorite holiday, and now that I'm trying to be good, it's so hard because I can't just let the candy be in my house because I will eat it. And that sets a bad example for my child, and I refuse to do that more than I already do. So let me know. Any wins, any losses, any tips? I would love to hear them all. give me a like, give me a subscribe. That would be super helpful. I know that my alerts are disabled right now. I am bugging the crap out of YouTube to fix it because I am not a kids channel, obviously. And we'll see what this week brings. Cheers.